Being Native is not easy. Just in recent history, you survived incredible hardships in America. Your family's land and resources were brutally stolen during colonialization. Your rich heritage was sadistically tortured in Catholic boarding schools, and now your bloodline and traditional ways of life are under a new assault. Now materialism is proving to be the new wave of genocide in Indian country. Materialism is teaching the Native women that Native men don't have the resources, popularity, or mainstream image that this world will accept you by. Materialism is leading women to believe that cultural pride and heritage don't rank anywhere on the scale of female happiness. Rather, money, career, independence, and mainstream acceptance is what they have been led to desire. But you are still in the game, and your ability to survive and thrive has not been lost. Now more than ever, you must adapt and survive in this current state of genocide. Nonetheless, men, have fun dating women when it comes easy, but don't waste your time trying to win over their love. Instead, use your time for improving yourself, because dating becomes much easier when you've accumulated the self-worth and material resources to attract the women that turn you on. I find it so often Native American men are targets for the bottom-of-the-barrel non-Native women who are past their prime, have non-Native kids with bad attitudes. They typically are overweight, have poor hygiene, drug and alcohol problems, and smoke. These are the women who you want to avoid at all costs. Don't even give them a one-night stand to avoid the risk of accidentally getting them pregnant. These are the type of women who ignored Native men when they were having all the fun in their younger years with the typical mainstream guys. Now that they are all used up and have so much baggage, they are unwanted by the mainstream society, so they find weak Native men who typically have low self-esteem and undervalue themselves. Of course, don't turn down opportunities to be with women at your level, but always practice safe sex and don't get attached, because when it boils down, you will do more for improving yourself and Indian country by avoiding serious, committed relationships with materialistic women. You are worth more than being locked in with someone who doesn't value you for your genetic diversity, rich heritage, and ability to teach of life's secrets. Rather, these women are interested in generic material offerings such as, who do you look like from TV, how much money do you make, and what kind of vehicle do you drive? If you go down mainstream path with that type of woman, you will no doubt be steered away from yourself and your native legacy, and instead, she will try and make you assume one of the common mainstream images. She will lead you to believe in the false reality that material assets are the answer in this life, but materialistic women cannot be further from the truth. Western society has built a false reality that men in general are here to enter the workforce with the goal of slaving, getting married, raising a family, and teaching them to more or less follow in the same footsteps. I propose that men, especially Native men, avoid getting married at all costs, even if it means having to end a relationship with a girlfriend who is demanding marriage. You will benefit by returning to the single life. This is due to the fact that there is more risk than reward for men who get married. This is based on the logic that if your marriage ends in divorce, there is a likely potential you will be stuck paying alimony to your ex-wife, possibly for the rest of your life. This alimony payment would be on top of any child support you have to pay, assuming you had children with her, or if you made the huge mistake of adopting her non-native kids from her past. This child support is necessary and your responsibility. However, you will have to deal with the stress and poverty that comes with having to pay your ex-wife alimony to support her, even though she is possibly capable of working. This will essentially lock you into spending your time working for her rather than using your time to work for yourself. Again, this can leave you with the stress and burden to support her while leaving you with less resources for your future endeavors. Remember, you must think with more logic and less emotion, because it's a strength you have whether you realize it or not. Logically, why would you get married when you are not required to get married to be in a committed relationship and even start a family? Marriage is not required. If a woman ever threatens to leave you unless you marry her, or if she ever leads you to believe that she cannot be loyal to you unless you marry her, then leave her. A woman who cheats will cheat irregardless if you marry her or not. The only difference is, if you don't marry her, you can simply cut your losses and leave her without having to go through divorce. At this point, these Native women are encouraged by the materialistic nature of feminism to either compete with men for high-paying jobs outside of the household, or to find a guy who has top earning power or potential to earn a top salary, who can buy her material goodies, and if she ends up divorcing him, she can tap into his wealth and take the kids at the same time. If any man, native or non-native, ends up getting married and divorced in this mainstream American culture, odds currently weigh heavily towards divorce and the mother getting custody of the children.